Hi, it's Holly at the Potomac Bead Company, and today I'm playing with clay again. What says fall more than candy corn? And lots of people love candy corn, and I'm going to show you today how to make these adorable candy corn beads out of polymer clay. What you're going to need is some yellow polymer clay. You'll need a little bit of orange, and even a smaller amount of white. I'm also using a flat work surface. If you want, you can use wax paper or anything that your clay is not going to stick to. We're going to go ahead and start conditioning our clay, and you can do this by rolling it in your hands. You can use the clay softener that comes in the liquid form, or you can use the clay conditioning machine, which is a pasta roller. And what you're going to do is always start with your lightest color first, because when you're working with the darker colors, it has a tendency to rub off on your hands. So if you're working with the different colors, always start with the lightest color first and then move on from there. You don't want the darker colors to get mixed in with your lighters. So likewise with your work surface, after you've worked on your work surface with a darker color, take a baby wipe or just a wet paper towel and kind of wipe that off to get any residue off of there as well. Okay, so we're going to start with our white, and we're going to start by conditioning that, and I'm just working that here in my fingers to get it soft. If you want, you can run it through the pasta machine a few times, but it's working pretty good with this small amount just for me to do it with my fingers. Okay, and with our white, what we're going to do is just make a small little ball. Just like that. And that is going to be the center of our candy corn bead. Okay? We're going to go ahead and condition our orange and our yellow, and we're going to roll them into snakes. And I've gone ahead and I've done that for you. This is our orange, and what you're going to want to do is make it about the same thickness as your white. And if it's not the same thickness, that's okay, because we can kind of press that down, and we're going to be working it all together. We will need our clay knife. I'll just cut that off right there. All I did was I took that orange and I just kind of rolled it around, took that snake and rolled it around our white. And we're going to use our fingers to kind of blend all of that together and work out those seams. Don't want to be able to see those. Just like that. And then we're going to take our yellow and we're going to go ahead and work that into another snake and condition that as well. And this one, you're going to want it to be just a little bit bigger than your orange one, because it's got to fit the whole way around everything. And then once we get that taken care of, we're going to do the same thing by just rolling it around. Like that, kind of press it in, come back in with our knife, and then use your fingers to kind of combine everything. Alright, and you're just going to keep working it until you kind of get the seams to disappear. Just keep going like that. And then once you get it to where you like it, and you can always squeeze it a little bit to make your candy corn a little bit fatter, just like that. Looking good. We're going to come back in with our knife, and we're literally just going to slice this clay like a pie. So we're going to go down the middle, we're going to go this way, cut it into quarters, and then we're going to cut it into eighths. Just like that. Okay, and once you have this done, we're going to turn our attention to one piece at a time. See, look, doesn't that look like candy corn already? And then what you're going to do is just kind of roll this a little bit. You start with the point to roll it, and then work your way to the back with the yellow. Kind of blunt the point on that white, just like that. Look at that, you got some candy corn. Not quite a bead yet, because we have to put a hole through it. Alright, we'll do another couple of those. Just with your finger very lightly. Kind of roll them at an angle. And the great thing with clay is you can shape it and you can keep reshaping it. And the more you work with it, the easier it is to work with. Alright, looking good. And you can experiment with different colors. This season I've seen so many different kinds of candy corn. The other day I saw a caramel apple candy corn, and it had some green and red and just a light brown for the tip. So you could do something like that. All kinds of different candy corn. They're looking pretty good. Just going to do a couple more of these here. This one's being a little stubborn. There we go. Just work him out. He's going to be a skinny one. All right. Okay. So you can see I've got them started there. And you're going to go ahead and roll the rest of those in your, all of the rest of the quarters and eighths into this shape. Then what you're going to do is I take a piece of 20 gauge wire, and you're just going to, however you want the bead to sit, I'm going to make mine hang down like this. So I'm going to run this piece of wire right through the bead and slide it onto the wire. And that's what's going to make our hole for our bead. And you're going to want to keep it on this wire when you bake it. And to bake these, just follow the manufacturer's instructions. We have a toaster oven here in the store. I want to keep them spread apart a little bit. A toaster oven here in the store that we use specifically for our polymer clay. If you have an old toaster oven that you would like to use, you can do that. Just be sure that you don't use anything else. You don't bake any food or anything in it after that. All right. And then the other thing that you're going to want to remember is if you decide to bake these, you want to lay a piece of paper on the tray, and that'll help from getting dull surfaces on your beads. Okay, but then go ahead and bake those. These we bake at 275 for about 30 minutes, and then you just pull them off of the wire, and there you go. You have polymer clay candy corn beads. This is Holly from the Potomac Bead Company. Thanks for watching.